to make a parachute with only CDC, it's even more difficult because it's not stiff enough to go around the stem. So I call it parachute pattern, but this is totally different from what you are used to find in books. And I remember when I've been starting tying those parachutes a long time ago, you have on a book, the first section of the book, which is with 2 pages per fly, and when you reach the end of the book, you've got the parachute pattern with 6 pages, because you have so many steps to do. So you say, I don't want to miss it, so you put the book close to you, do step by step. And you reach the end of the last page, you look to the book, you look to your fly. It's not exactly the same. You know the feeling. But you say, okay, I've done it. Good. Piece of glue, drop of glue, happy, safe in the box, go in the river, wait until it is not too windy that you don't catch the tree here on the back, it doesn't fall on the grass. Finally a fish rise. Nice cast, perfect. And what should happen? The fish catching. Oh, nice. You bring back the fish. You release the fish, you wash your fly. And everything is destroyed. So that's probably something which happened to me many times. That I decide to be quicker to do those very good patterns, which actually are the parachute. But I will show you the way to do it in a way quicker. So if I lose it, it's not a problem. Same technique, the body. I think you know it already now, so it's not a problem. I mean, once you have the right tools and you understand those techniques, you will be able to do a lot of things, a lot of variation of that. So, the body, let's go, twist, wrap. But here I will probably not go as far on the hook shank because I need to tie 2 other components, the post and the hackle. I haven't tied properly the screw of the vise, so let me do that before I continue with this. And you remember that we have several pair of scissors because they are in fact dedicated, each of them, for another purpose. I would say the curved one is good for doing what I'm doing now because the hook is curved. But you have seen me earlier using this one on the flat body and this one for making one run when you are using that. Okay, now you have different options for making the post out of the CDC for the parachute. Personally, I like very much this color. Why not the white? Because the white is very easy to lose when you have the surface of the water which is completely silvery. Sometimes you are desperate, you have a nice white post on your vise, you go fishing and you lose your fly. And this is the purpose of the post, is for you to see. So do not hesitate to be like this. The other reason why not white, you have also unruffled bubble of water, and they are once again white. So let's start to prepare the post out of those color. For that I will use those 2 feathers. Now that you clean up like this, grab those, clean that, ready. Now for the hackle itself, let's take some darker color. We'll take a gray one here, a pretty dark one I call Beast here, and use a nice one, and maybe another olive like this. Perfect. Now, same procedure, put the barb 90 degrees from the stems, like this, the smallest on the bottom, set up the second one, the third one, and use the cable clip, like this. Okay, now we're almost done with the second run, so you can trim off stems like this. There is another tool that I brought on the table before I start to make a big mess, which is that tool. It's a small clamp which allows you to put two rows of components on the same loop. So for that, split the thread, and then to keep the loop open, I use my scissors that I leave here, and then I use the first row of component like this, push it a little bit, spin, and to be able to reopen after, I use that to close the thread. And look at that, I can even undo it and everything stays like this. So now I can incorporate the second row of components like this and have the two colors on the same. We don't need that anymore. Forward that, and on purpose there is a gap here. I will show you why in a minute. You remember how we did that pattern? Okay, that's what we are going to do to have the post made up like this. Up, up, and I don't want to go further on front. I want to go on the back. So instead of having the wing lying like this one, it will be standing up like a post. So you do the same up to here, but as it is CDC, there is probably some fibers which goes not exactly where you want. And this is the purpose of the section without barb. So you return with your vise, rotating vise, and you can control on this side what's going on the back of your fly. So when you've got here, you switch to the hackle one, like this, and then you can move up and go around and go around and go around, and then push everything on the back that you can reach the eye to finish your pattern. So now, web finisher, like this, and a second one to secure. It looks a little bit strange because you do have everything is pushed on the back, but look at that. You use
separated from the...
Yeah. You make those parts back again where you want them, and as you see, now you can see very well the post, but the post is way too long. It's way too long. Why? Because it's colored. Of course, if you make the same pattern with a blue done like we have been using earlier, that one, you can use that as a wing. But a color like this, I will suggest to leave it that way. Just take everything like this and cut the post. Now the fish will see that, and you will see that.